What's up, Baller Nation? Augie Johnston here with BallerBootCamp.com, and in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a whole bunch of different youth basketball drills for beginners. Okay, so the things I'm going to teach you in this video are super valuable. Whether you're a parent someday and you got to teach this stuff to your kids, this is definitely something you want to learn. Or maybe you're a beginner now. This is for ages 7 through, I would say, 12 if you've basically never picked up a basketball. Okay, if you're pretty new to the game, or maybe you played a little bit, never been taught the fundamentals, this video is going to really help you out. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is just getting squared up to the basket. Now, I'm not going to give you any kind of crazy drill with this one, but basically the idea is anytime you get a catch in the game of basketball, you want to catch it and get squared to the basket. And for beginner basketball players, it's pretty tricky because you're not always facing the basketball getting a pass directly to you. You might be getting a pass from the side, you might be running away from the basket, and you need to be able to, boom, get squared up to the basket and land in triple threat. And what I like to teach is both feet in the air. So instead of coming in here and taking 1, 2, I like to teach hopping into it or dropping into it by getting the catch, boom, dropping right into it. Both feet are in the air when I grab the ball, and I land on 2 feet in triple threat. As far as the drill goes, what I'd like to do is have everybody face one of the sidelines. Okay, if you have 4, 5, 6, a whole team, have everybody line up and face the sideline with the basketball. All they're gonna do is pound this ball and get into a quick little turn hop and face this baseline. Okay, you're gonna tell them you want 10 toes facing the baseline after the catch. Here it is, boom, face the baseline. To reset it, boom, face the baseline. And that's just a simple way of teaching this principle. You can also do passing drills and stuff and have them get squared up. Another way you can do is make it more advanced. You can turn their back to the baseline and have them pound the ball right next to them. Turn and face, like this, boom, turn and face. Reset, boom, turn and face. And that's gonna build that good habit of ball in the air, feet in the air, landing with both feet at the same time. And it's great to have both feet land at the same time because now I can use a jab with the right, I can jab with the left, and it really opens up your footwork. So, okay, that's the first one. That's the most basic thing I like to teach beginners. Now let's get on to the next drill that's gonna teach something a little bit different. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna work on and teach our players, our beginner players, is triple threat. If you don't know what triple threat is, that's your offensive stance when you get a catch in basketball. And it looks a little bit like this. We want the ball cocked back. We want to be on the balls of our feet with our weight shifted forward so that we can push off. Okay, and all we're going to do is we get our player down in triple threat and we're going to work on the pickup. Okay, we're going to work on a little bit of ball handling. So beginners have very poor ball handling. So we're going to keep it very simple and just have them pound the ball straight down and work on picking that ball up. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Pound it straight down, pick it up. We're going to rip it through after the catch. Pound it, pick it up, rip it through. Okay, so in the game of basketball, this applies to off the dribble shooting, right? So I come in here, need to pick the ball up and get into my shot. It applies to ripping the ball through and going past our defender with a catch, rip through and put it down. And this is the beginner level, okay? So you can even have a little competition with this if you have 4 kids. You're gonna say first person to 20, they'll be here in triple threat, shoulder back, and we're gonna go 20 times. First person to 20, when you finish, just hold the ball. Whoever does it the fastest is the winner. So but first you wanna make sure they have the proper technique. Good, and then we're gonna go first to 20. Okay, and that's the competition part of this drill. So let's go ahead and progress, and the next progression we're gonna do is staying in that triple threat is we're gonna take a step now past our defender, take that dribble, and then we're gonna pull it back. Okay, here it is one more time, triple threat, 1 step, boom, pull it back. Boom, pull it back. Boom, pull it back. And that's really the next step in working on this. You can also do it with the left hand, right? Boom, pull it back. Boom, pull it back. And we want to emphasize ripping that ball through, putting it low and staying low, getting back into our shooting stance after. Okay, so that's the next progression. After that one, you can do maybe 20 on the right, 20 on the left, and the next thing we're going to do is a cross step. So out of triple threat, same thing. We're going to cross step here, put the ball down, and bring it back. One more time. Boom, back, boom, back, boom, back. And that's the second progression. Now, we also want to work on jab steps. So now this is a good time to teach jab steps, which is going to be same thing in triple threat. We're going to jab with our foot, we're going to bring the ball over our knee, and fake with our head. Okay, those 3 things, the foot, the ball over the knee, and the fake with the head are the 3 things you want to focus on. That's going to make a really good jab step. Here and here. Okay, so as we progress, now we have a jab step, we have a blow by, we have a cross step blow by, and we can combine them into what I call a 360 pivot. Okay, so for the progression, we're gonna go with a jab, cross step, and now a 360 pivot is gonna be one touch in the back, spinning around. Here, here. Okay, now that's the beginner level. You can also teach the 360 pivot like this, here, here, here. But for the beginner, it's pretty hard for them to make that full spin around. So we teach with that back tap here. So here it is, 1, jab, 2, back tap 3, into our shooting stance. One more time, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we don't want to have our players get stuck here. Okay, we want to emphasize this as a tap and bring it right back in. We don't want them stopping here ever in the game. This is not a good position to be in. We want to be here, face up on a defender, so if they're too close, we can do what we first learned, boom, and blow by, boom, and blow by. Okay, so now they've kind of started to develop a little bit of a triple threat package as far as being able to go by their defender. We have jab and cross, we have rip through and pound, and we have, if they're, picked up their dribble, maybe they have no more dribbles, they can boom, 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 and kind of get out of triple threat trouble. Okay, so those are the progressions. You can go ahead and rep those, about 20 reps on each of those, and let's go ahead and get into the next drill. Okay, so when dealing with beginners and youth players, we really want to focus on this triple threat. So now that we got the basic built, they know what a jab step is, they know what a crossover step is, they know what a rip through is, we can practice this going full court with the dribble now and actually emulating blowing by the defense. Okay, so we're going to have them all start in triple threat down here, whether you have a team or it's an individual workout or whatever, it doesn't matter. And we're going to work on ripping the ball through, or different kinds of footwork as we progress and getting into a jump stop. So it's gonna be a 2 dribble drill. So here we go, we're gonna start in triple threat. We're gonna rip the ball through, put it down, and we're gonna go 2 dribbles, 1, 2, jump stop. Now for our jump stop, we wanna make sure that we hop off 1, land on 2. And when it comes to beginners, I'm a huge advocate of doing everything with feet in the air, ball in the air, as far as landing on 2, not really coming into a 1-2 step. When they're young, 7, 8 years old, 1-2 step is very hard for them to do. They might be able to do it, and we will work on it, but in the games, for them to do a 1 dribble pull up with a 1-2 and get up, that's really hard for youth players. So, all we're gonna do is we're gonna start here in triple threat one more time, rip it through, 1, 2, jump stop. Rip it through, 1, 2, jump stop. We can go full court, and then come back with the left, 1, 2, jump stop. 1, 2, jump stop. So now they have kind of the basic rip through motion. You can progress by going with the jab step and the jab step cross. So we call this jab cross, where we're gonna jab and now blow by this way with this crossover step. Same thing, 2 dribbles, boom, 1, 2, jump stop. 1, 2, jump stop. And you can do any other kind of triple threat move you want, like the rocker step, jab, shot fake, rip through, or whatever, and work on these jump stops. Now, like I said, we're gonna progress, and we're gonna teach the 1-2 step out of this drill as well. So same thing, just imagine I'm on the baseline. We can do whatever kind of footwork we want with the rip through, boom, 1-2. And this one, we like to do 1 dribble. Okay, so here we go, boom, 1-2. And what we wanna teach is that we're taking 1 dribble and 3 steps. And when our foot hits the ground, ball hits the ground. So one more time, foot hits the ground, 2, 3, 3 steps. One more time, 1, 2, 3. And we're into our shot. But like I said, if they are true beginners, teach them the jump stop. That's what they're gonna be using the most and finding the most success with when they're young. Okay, so by this point, I think their triple threat package will be developed in some sort of way where they should be able to try to attack and get a layup. But first, let's teach them how to shoot a 1-2 step layup and a jump stop layup. Okay, so what I like to do is start without a dribble and just start with here with the ball, and you're just gonna take right, left, and go up. So maybe you have a line of kids, or if it's a one-on-one, you're rebounding for the kid, and all they're gonna do, start here, 1, 2, layup, reset it. Here we go again, it's right, left, layup. And if they're beginner, we're teaching them overhand layup, and we're really just trying to drill in that footwork. A lot of players, they struggle with this when they first start out, is getting the 1-2, they'll be jumping off the wrong leg and stuff like that. So anyways, after that one, now we're gonna teach them the jump stop. Okay, so we're gonna go, here we go, off the left foot, no dribble. We're gonna jump off 1, boom, land on 2. Reset it, one more time, you're jumping off 1, left foot, boom, land on 2, up into the layup. It's time to add the dribble. So when we go with the 1-2 step, you're gonna advise them to step with their left foot first. Now this is for right-handed players on the right side. And on this left foot step, we're gonna dribble the basketball and pick it up. So you can kind of explain to them that it's almost like a crossover step. Okay, so if I have a defender here, we're gonna crossover step, boom, 1, 2, up into our layup. Okay, one more time. Now this is important that you have them step with this left foot, otherwise it's kind of the progression. Okay, the next level is a little bit more tricky for them. Here we go. 1, 2, layup. And the same thing goes with the jump stop. Okay, we're gonna make a crossover step here, dribble, jump, land, and layup. Okay, you guys get the idea. It's super simple, but someday you're gonna have a beginner and you're gonna have to teach them this kind of stuff, so it's good to learn. So now we're doing the same thing we just did at a triple threat. So now we're not stepping with the left foot, we're gonna work on our rip through footwork. Okay, this is where it gets a little tricky because you're adding an extra step. So here we go, rip through, boom, 1, 2, layup. One more time. This is the reason that this is tricky is because of that extra step. One more time. Boom. Here we go. One extra step. 1, 2. Layup. Now at this point we're going to go with the jump stop. And for the jump stop I like to teach it with 2 dribbles so that we can dribble off that second one. Here it goes. Rip through. 1, 2. Boom. Jump stop. Layup. Okay, so that's the jump stop. You can go with 2 dribbles on that one. It's really hard to be here in triple threat. Rip it through and then jump off 1, land on 2. So after they have all that, they've made all those, they know that, they got it down, then you move them out as far as you can. For high school players, it'd be way out here. Junior high players probably can be 3-point line too. Anything younger than that, maybe you tell them to put their heels on the 3-point line. But we're going for 1 dribble, layup. Okay, so it's just rip through, boom, 1 dribble, layup. Okay, if you can get them to there, then now they can take 1 dribble from the wing, get to the basket and make a layup. And that's pretty good for a beginner player. So let's go ahead and get into the last little part of this video. Okay, the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna teach these beginners how to shoot a basketball with 1 hand. Okay, they probably know, they've been told, but beginners, trust me, and if you're working with beginners, then you've got to get them shooting the ball with 1 hand elbow in, because a lot of young players are gonna develop that elbow out because they like to shoot threes and they like to shoot from outside their range, and that's what causes that elbow to go out. So we're gonna start from day 1, just doing simple one-handed form shooting. Now obviously if you have a lower rim for a beginner, that'd be better. You don't want a 7-year-old shooting on this hoop because they're gonna crank it and they're gonna have bad form. So a lower hoop is ideal. For me this is fine. We're just doing one-hand form shooting here. We're gonna go down, up, and shoot the basketball, trying to get swishes. Now if this is like a 5-year-old and they can't even get the ball up to 8 feet or whatever, or maybe you're in a gym and there is no hoops that they can actually get the ball up to with 1 hand like that, we're gonna go to the wall, no problem. Same thing, keep our form. We wanna get these kids used to this. Down, up, on the wall. Now if they can't shoot the ball with 1 hand yet, they can use a guide hand here. They can use it, but they gotta keep this good form and go down, up, into their shot. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys click that like button. Also, leave me a comment below. Let me know what other kind of videos you want to see. And if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But most importantly, head over to ballerbootcamp.com. Head over there. I got a free workout for you that you can download, print out, and follow to improve your shooting, improve your ball handling. It's 100% free, so click the link that's on the screen right now, or first link in the description, and I'll see you guys inside that workout.